Hi everybody, it's Liz and I'm here to share with you a project I created for Easter. I wanted to decorate, I wanted to create almost like a centerpiece for my buffet, and I found this cute little, well, it wasn't so cute, but it's like the clay pot, and I found it in my garage and it was really grimy and dirty, so I cleaned it up and I thought I could alter it and create a cute little centerpiece for my table. And this is what I came up with, you guys, and it's pretty big. I'm going to apologize in advance because it's going to be shaky. I'm going to be holding the camera as I show you the details of my project. As you can see, of course, it's Easter themed, and it's a little Easter tree. And I used G45 Sweet Sentiments paper to decorate it and, of course, add all my little details. And I just love this collection, you guys. It's so perfect for Easter. The colors are beautiful. The images are, just gorgeous. And of course, it's G45, so you can't go wrong. So let's see. I'm going to start with the bottom and work my way up, I guess. Like I said, it is an altered, clay pot, and I created a little, Easter tree out of it. The clay pot, obviously, it's got a lot of curves, and it's not a perfect, flat surface. So what I did is I took pieces of the Sweet Sentiments paper, the pattern paper, and I tore off large strips. And then I ran them through, with an embossing folder, and that's a really cool tip that I picked up from Miranda. When you emboss the papers, they're much easier to adhere to, curved surfaces. So I used that from Miranda. Thank you, Miranda. Awesome tip. So as you can see here, you can see some of the embossing texture onto the the clay pot or the papers. I adhered all the papers to the clay pot using Mod Podge. Let me kind of turn it around so you guys can see. And it's really cool because, the embossing obviously adds texture, and then also because the strips were torn, that also creates like, another design element. And I like, it's almost like a collage, like putting together a collage of all the different strips of paper. It came out really, really nice. I really like it. And I did seal the entire clay pot with Mod Podge once I adhered all the papers on there. What I did, I knew I was going to, use like a band here, so I didn't go all the way up, but I did go about halfway with the strips because I didn't want any of the clay pot to show. And of course, I went down towards the bottom as well. Very easy to do. You just have to, make sure you apply enough pressure to the paper so that they adhere to the surface. And the same thing here for the lip of the clay pot. These are just smaller strips of the pattern paper that I used the embossing folder, and I Mod Podged them on there and then sealed it with Mod Podge as well. This here that says Happy Easter is from the Sweet Sentiments collection. It's like a border strip, and I had to cut 2 out, but it just says Happy Easter all the way around the clay pot. And I added these flat back pearls in between each of the Happy Easter sentiments. So this is just a little detail right there. And I thought that was really cute. But see how, look at the texture. It creates really awesome texture, you guys. So I really like that. And that goes all the way around. And of course I wanted to create a pretty little scene for my Easter tree. And let me show you what I created. I'll go into all the details soon. Sorry about that. Like I said, it's a big project. It's going to be hard to show, so I apologize for that. But here is the top, or the little scene that I created on top. I knew I was going to use those gorgeous girls. Look how beautiful they are. They're so cute, right? Such sweet little angel faces, and I love the little basket of chicks. So cute. So I fussy cut them out of the paper collection, and I used a popsicle stick behind it, and I'll show you in a second. And I did that because I knew I was going to, adhere them to, or, attach them to the foam. And I'm skipping ahead, but the inside of the clay pot is not covered with papers because obviously it's going to get covered up with other things. But I did add a few rocks at the bottom just for stability. And then I used, the florist foam, that green foam that you can buy at the Dollar Tree. I used a piece of that. I had to cut it down to fit perfectly in there. I hot glued it inside. Of course, I used the moss in all the areas where there was gaps between the clay pot and the moss, just to, make sure that the foam wasn't going to go anywhere. So there's moss all around on the edges of that. And then, of course, I covered the top with moss as well. And so, like I was telling you about the little girls, because everything is being stuck to that foam and I wanted them to stand upright, I used a popsicle stick behind it. Once I fussy cut it out, let me show you. So see, there's a popsicle stick back there, and I covered the back of the popsicle stick with the same paper back here, so it kind of blends in a little bit. It doesn't stand out as much, but this basically just, it's a way for me to stick it into the foam, and then also to create, almost like make this stable so that the papers don't start, curving forward or backward, so they stand upright. So that's just a little tip. And let's see. The tree is really cool, I think, and I started off with some branches just from one of my bushes outside. Everything's dead right now, so this is what everything looked like. It's just a bunch of bare branches. I did have to attach a few branches to the tree because they weren't going in the direction that I wanted them to go, so that I did adhere a couple of branches, this one right here, and I think this one that goes all the way across, just with some hot glue at the base. And for the branches, obviously, like I said, they're dead, but I used some white acrylic paint and some sponge, a sponge dauber thing to sponge a little bit of paint on there. I'm hoping you guys are able to see that. But there's just paint all over the, the little dead branches. It kind of gives it like a little shabby look. I like it, but it's all over. And let's see what else. So then I'm just moving all over the place, aren't I? But it's okay. Okay, I wanted to create, little blossoms. It's springtime, and the trees are now starting to get their little blossoms. So I took little pieces of tissue paper, just regular, gift tissue. And in this case, I used like a turquoise color to coordinate with the papers that I used. And I just ripped them up into little itty bitty pieces, and I stuck them to different parts of the branches. Look how cute it looks, right? It just looks like the little blossoms that are just starting to pop out from the tree branches. Look how pretty. So I've got them all over the place. I just, used regular glue to stick them onto the branches. I wanted to create, a very nature-inspired type tree. So I've got little fussy cut birds. Look how cute they are. And the little fussy cut birds, I cut them out from the Secret Garden paper, one of the papers. And they're so cute. So I've got them perched right on those branches. And right across is a little nest that I created. Let me get closer here. The little nest is made out of this straw material that I had picked up at a garage sale. I went ahead and wet the material really good so that it would, I could manipulate it better and create this little nest shape. And I used some glue, and once it dried up, it stayed nice and hard, and it stayed in that shape. So I hot glued that onto the branches. I created little eggs out of clay. This is just the little Sculpey clay that you can pick up at your craft store. So I created 3 little eggs. I painted them a warm white, and then I splattered some brown paint on them. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to pick up the little splatters, but let me see if I can get close so you guys could see. I think you could see it a little bit, but aren't they cute? Little itty bitty eggs. They're so cute. So I've got that. And then I also added a butterfly, and the butterfly is somewhere up here. Let me see, where is it? There it is. That's just a little fussy cut butterfly from the Sweet Sentiments collection that I added onto one of the branches as well, just for another pop of color. And then look at all my cute little eggs, you guys. I've got all my little eggs hanging from the branches. It is an Easter tree after all. I created the eggs using Spellbinder's the Ovals die, one of the smaller dies. And all I did is I cut out 6 of the ovals out of pattern paper. I used different sheets for each of the eggs, as you can see here. And I wanted to create a 3-dimensional egg. So you just glue, the backs to, you take 2 of them, you glue one of the sides to each other, and then you do it, so forth and so forth to create a 3-dimensional egg. And it came out really cute. It's 6 total. So look how neat they are, all the little eggs. They're so cute. And let's see, what I did first, I adhered 2 of the eggs to each other, 2 of the little oval shapes, and then I stuck the string. I adhered the string, and this is just embroidery floss that I used in a coordinating color. It's like an ivory, and I just used it, I glued it to the middle part before I attached the rest of the oval shapes so that it could lay right in the middle. So it just comes out right of the middle, and this way I could, have my little eggs hanging from the tree branches without having to tie anything on. I just kind of, loop them on like little ornaments, and then you just take them off when you don't want them on there. And then of course I had to add another little detail to my eggs, and I created these cute little bows out of this little lace. And I believe this lace is from Gisela's shop. Look how cute it is. This is some of the lace that she sent me a while back from one of my winnings. Beautiful. And it's just a perfect color, and it goes really well with the little eggs. So each of the little eggs has a little lace bow right on top. Super cute. Look how cute, right? I love these colors of the paper. So pretty. Okay, so that I think is all the details from the actual tree. I love those birds. Look how cute. Okay, and now moving on. I guess now we could, go down to the bottom. And like I said, I apologize for jumping all over the place. My mind races, a million times a minute, so it's all over the place. And like I said before, I wanted to create a cute little scene. Definitely the little girls are the main focal point. They're out in the garden. Basically what I had in mind is they just came from church. They've got their Sunday best on, and they came across this beautiful field of flowers, and they found these cute little, eggs, and the little chicks hatching from the eggs. So that was the whole inspiration. I think it came out really cute. I added this cute little fence in the back. I hope you guys are able to see that. But this little fence is just from Hobby Lobby. They sell it when it's Christmas time, and I just picked that up. It was already white. I adhered a piece to the back using some hot glue and some E6000. And of course I wanted to create a nice little, floral scene. So I've got a lot of fussy cut flowers that I cut out from the Sweet Sentiments collection. I hope you're able to see that. I cut some out that look like little bushes, and then I cut out individual ones and stuck them on top of that to create a three-dimensional effect. I hope you guys are able to see that. And then they've got some little orange daisies back there. And look at that cute little bunny. I cut him out of the papers as well. And I have him just kind of like poking his little head out. He hears all the commotion. And he's kind of looking around to make sure that it's safe to come out. But look how cute he looks. And then I've got some little fuzzy cut butterflies that I attached to parts of the fence. And also onto some of the flowers, like here. These are these little wild orchid flowers. I don't remember what they're called, but they're really cute. I like using these. And they came in white, and I used Cape Cod Coral, the Lindy Stamping Color Shot, to color them up so they can coordinate with the papers. And I think I added a little bit of cotton candy pink to that as well to get just the right color. And see how there's a cute little butterfly right on top? So really cute. And let me see, I've got some cute little yellow, I guess, daisies or flowers down here. Because, I wanted it to look like a little field of flowers. See? And they're just kind of adhered in random areas. Super cute. And then down here I created some more little eggs out of the, the Sculpey clay. And I painted them a warm white. And these I did in speckle because, they're little hen's eggs. And then I fussy cut that little chick out, and he looks like he's coming out of his shell. Look how cute, right? He's just hatching. And I have him adhere right behind the little eggs with some hot glue. Over here I've got some fuzzy cut flowers from the collection, another little egg that I created, some more fuzzy cut little chicks. Look how cute they are. And let's see, let me take you back here. Back over here in the back behind the little girls is another little egg, another little clay egg. Here you can see the rabbit better. Isn't he cute? And then I've got some little flowers for my stash that I colored up using the Lindy Stamping Tiffany Blue, but diluted with a lot of water because I just wanted a very light aqua color. And I painted those flowers up and created like a little cluster down here because, they're just growing from the moss, but it's a field of flowers. Here you can see more of the fussy cutting that I did, another butterfly on top of the fence. And I hope you're able to see the three-dimensional effect I was talking about. I think you can see it right there. But super cute. And I wanted, because they are little flower bushes and there's a little fence, so I kind of have them coming out the back as well. So see how they're kind of coming in through the little pickets? So got a couple of flowers on there. You can see a little butterfly. The moss is kind of coming out from underneath as well. I wanted, a more realistic look. Here I've got some more flowers that I fussy cut from the paper. Another little butterfly. Super cute. I think it came out adorable. Alright, let me see. Take you back to the front. I hope I'm not making you guys dizzy. Again, I apologize. It's a big project, hard to show. And then I forgot to mention these flowers here. These are just little flowers that I had in my stash. And I just added like a little stamen to the center. And those were all yellow, so I just left them that way. I think it's a bright pop of color, and it kind of goes well with the little yellow chicks, so really cute. And I just added like a little cluster right there. Another cluster of flowers just popping up from the grass. Sorry, it's getting blurry. Let's see. And then I wanted to create a little bow on the side. And so what I did is I took this clear, or clear, not clear, but sheer sheer ribbon that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It's an ivory color, and I created this poofy bow. I think I'm getting better at my bow making, but I followed a little tutorial so that I could get it nice and poofy. And so I created a little bow. I adhere it to the clay pot. And here I added a little daisy from my stash, and this one was white, but I colored it using Clam Baked Beige by Lindy Stamking. It's a beautiful color, and I colored that up, and then I also applied a little bit of warm white paint on top of that, just toned down the color a little bit. I've got some leaves by Spellbinders. These are the Spellbinders foliage dies, and I used pattern paper to cut the leaves out, and I have them tucked behind the flower. And then here we have a little fussy cut butterfly from one of the papers, the Sweet Sentiment collection. Behind the bow is some more little leaves. Let's see, hope you guys are able to see that. And that's just using a different sheet of the pattern paper. This is a good way to use up my scraps. These are some of the scraps that I had left. So I used that up to cut some more leaves out, and I have those behind the bow itself. And then there's some more over here on this side. And I did ink the edges up a little bit with chalk ink, just so they could stand out a little bit more. And I bent the leaves a little bit, and right in the middle, just kind of creased them. And then let's see, underneath the bow, you can see this little pearl string that I just have hanging down. It's really pretty. It's an ivory color, and I just have that down here. Really cute. I think it came out really, really pretty, you guys. I'm very happy with it. I really like it. And I mean, you can't go wrong with this beautiful collection. I mean, seriously, it's so gorgeous. I love it. I really am kicking myself in the butt for not picking two up. My local scrapbooking store went out of business, and I went in and I should have picked two. I don't know why I didn't, and so now I'm just, I guess I have to order online, but it's okay. It's a beautiful collection, definitely worth it. But I am so happy with the way that this turned out. I hope I didn't miss any details, you guys. There was a lot. Oh, you know what? I did. This little butterfly down here. I just saw him right now. This little butterfly, again, was fussy cut from the paper, and I just kind of adhered him, so it looks like he just landed on the clay pot. So he's really pretty. And I did mention the flat back pearls, I believe. And then just look at that awesome texture, right? The embossing created, very nice. I love it. I think it came out so, so cute. I think it's going to look really nice on my table. Let's see. Let me get back here so you guys can take another look. But I'm very happy with my Easter tree clay pot. I think it came out darling. I really hope you guys like it. It was a lot of work because it's a lot of little details, but it was super fun. And I really needed a distraction from some of the stress, but it was so fun, and I had a blast creating this. And it's so beautiful, and I can't wait to display it for everyone to see. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you watching my videos. And thank you so much for your sweet comments too. And if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll make sure to get back to you. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see y'all real soon. Bye-bye.